let's look at calculating time of death using Algor Mortis, and we'll do some practice problems. So we know that the body loses 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit per hour in the first 12 hours. And then after those 12 hours have elapsed, the body only loses 0.7 degrees per hour. We also know that normal body temperature is 98.6. We use that as an average, and we would have to manipulate it depending on what the weather and the other conditions are. But we'll, for our purposes, just always say that it's 98.6 unless stated otherwise. So to look at some examples, our first example is going to be a body that's found with a temperature of 95 degrees. So we want to know how long ago the person died. And the key there, is how long ago. We're just looking for how many hours. So we start out with our body temperature, which is known, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and we subtract the body temperature now, okay, which is 95 degrees Fahrenheit. That gives us 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, we know that 3.6 degrees is a small number. If we were not sure what we had to do, we know that 1.4 degrees is lost in the first 12 hours. So 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit per hour is lost in the first 12 hours, which gives us a total of 16.8 degrees lost. So then we know that if this number that we found for total degrees lost is less than 16.8, the body has been dead less than 12 hours, so we don't have to do anything further. What we're going to do is take that 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit and divide by 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. When we do the math there, that's going to leave us with 2.57. And that would be hours. Well, we don't want to leave this in a decimal. So to find out what 0.57 hours is, we're going to multiply that by 60. So 0.57 times 60. And that gives us, we're going to round to the nearest whole number. It was 34.2, but we'll say 34 minutes. So our total is going to be 2 hours and 34 minutes ago is when this person died. Our next example was found with a temperature of 65.1 degrees Fahrenheit. So how long ago did they die? Well, let's do the math. We'll start out the same way. 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Subtract the temperature now. And that's going to give us 33.5 degrees. Now, from the example that we looked at before, is 33.5 more or less than 16.8? We should be saying, well, that's much more. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to subtract 16.8 degrees because we know that this was lost in the first 12 hours. Okay, so that's already calculated. We'll take that away. And what it's going to leave us with is 16.7 degrees. So now, in the time after these 16.8 degrees was lost, now we know that we lose 0.7 degrees after that. So we're going to take 16.7, we're going to divide that by 0.7 degrees Fahrenheit per hour, and that's going to leave us with 23.86 hours. Now we don't want to leave 0.86, so we're going to take 0.86 and multiply that by 60, and we're going to round that to 52 minutes. Okay, so this gets rounded to 52 minutes. Well, that gives us an answer of 23 hours and 52 minutes, but we have to go back, and we have to remember that we have the first 12 hours calculated. So what we're going to do is add those 12 hours back on here. So now we have a total of 35 hours and 52 minutes is how long ago this person died. If we look at the next example, I want you to notice that I'm asking you to find the approximate time of death here, because I give you the time. So this person had a temperature of 92 degrees Fahrenheit, so 98.6 degrees minus 92 degrees Fahrenheit gives us 6.6 degrees Fahrenheit. We divide that 6.6 because it's less than 16.8 by 1.4 degrees per hour, and that's going to give us 4.71 hours. So then we take the 0.71 times 60, and that's going to equal 43 minutes. So we get 4 hours and 43 minutes, but we're not done. I said that the body was found at 5 p.m. So what you need to do now is go backwards. So if you take 4 hours and 43 minutes from 5 p.m., because if you picture a clock, right? We have our clock. Here's 12, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, right? We're down here. We have to go back 4 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours and 43 minutes. So somewhere in here. We end up with a time of 12:17 as the time of death. Okay, that would be 12:17 p.m.